Today, I'm going to show you how to create Doxy Eggs, a common potion ingredient that can be poisonous if ingested. The things you'll need to create our Doxy Eggs is one glass bottle, and I'm using one with a screw top lid. We are going to use some silica gel pearls for our eggs, and I got these little packets for free in boxes. They come with like shoes and clothes and all kinds of things. But if you can't get them for free, I'll put a link in the description down below to where you can get some from Amazon. And they're super useful for other things too. We are going to use some black gel food coloring, and this is actually a thinner gel. It's not like the thick kind you'd get from Betty Crocker. This one's almost in between a thick gel consistency and a liquid, which actually makes it a whole lot easier to add the color to the silica gel beads. So I recommend going with a baking squeeze gel color over the Betty Crocker kind because the Betty Crocker kind is really thick and it just made it very hard when I was doing some testing to actually get the color onto the eggs. We are going to use a black permanent marker as well as some alcohol for a faux finish we're going to do to the lid, and we're also going to need the paper towel for that. And finally, we will need our labels printed on sticker paper, and the link for this is in the description down below. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is color our silica beads. So I'm going to cut this open so you can see what these look like. And I used some of these in some of my very first videos. We actually used them as part of Siren Tears and Mermaid Wish back in the day. So, okay, so as you can see, these are a really tiny little round clear pearl that they're basically used to absorb moisture. So they are put in things like your shoes and clothes packets and things like that because they absorb the moisture in transit so that they don't get moldy, mildewy, musky, any of that kind of stuff. But we are going to use them because of their transparent quality and because they're going to give us a really great effect when we color them black. So I have opened several of these already, and we're going to pour some in. Now, I'm going to do this in batches because I want to make sure that they are all getting equally colored black instead of just some of them being really dark black and the rest of them being really light. So I've got my small amount in here. We're going to add some of our black food coloring. And I'm going to use a plastic spoon that I can dispose of afterwards. And we are just going to mix the black into the silica. And I don't know how well you can see this, but we get this really great black egg effect. It almost looks like caviar or something, but I feel like this is perfect for our Doxy eggs. So we're going to mix the rest of this up, and I'll come back when all of our eggs are colored. Okay, so now that we have all of our eggs colored, which is probably more than I need, but I'd rather do too much than too little because I can always make a small bottle for my sister. So we have our little eggs, and now we're going to put them in our vial. And I wanted to make this a usable, reusable looking container because this is a potion ingredient that is used very commonly. So you'd go to Slug and Jiggers or any of those apothecaries on Diagon Alley and you would pick up your Doxy eggs to be able to use for potions that year. So I wanted to make something that looked like it would be something a student would pick up for potions class potentially. So we're going to attempt to fill this way. And if I feel like this isn't working, I will get a funnel. I do want to say silica beads are not to be ingested because they absorb moisture. They will do nasty things to you if you ingest them. Just like Doxy eggs will do nasty things to people who ingest them. They are poisonous to humans. Not that you will necessarily die from them, but you will get really sick. That is why Cormac McLagan missed the tryouts for the Quidditch team in 5th year. He was dared to eat 5 pounds of Doxy eggs and dumbly did it. I don't want it to be completely full, but I do think I want a few more in there. I want you to be able to see the top of them and, you know, move them around if you want to. Alright, I think that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up the few pieces that have fallen here to make sure that my pets and that don't get a hold of it. We'll come back and I'll show you how to finish up this bottle. Okay, now that we have cleaned our area and I have my bottle filled with the eggs, I'm going to go ahead and cap this up. And we're actually going to do a faux finish to this because I want these Doxy eggs to be a companion piece to the Doxicide we made, and I don't like how this goes with any of this. So we're going to do a faux finish with the black permanent marker and some alcohol that will make this cap tie into this bottle just a little bit more. So to do that, we're going to take a black permanent marker and we are going to color this entire lid. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to go over it with alcohol and make a faux finish out of it. So it doesn't matter if it's perfect by any stretch. We're just going to cover as much of it as possible. And for those of you who are here in the United States, I highly recommend that you check out Five Below's little art and craft section. I picked up 18 different permanent markers there for under $5, and they are the same quality as the markers at Michael's or Hobby Lobby that you would pay $5 for one marker. So, really great resource. They have canvases and paints and supplies and all kinds of stuff, so I highly recommend you check them out, especially for colored pencils and crayons, permanent markers, all that. It's a really great resource. They have really nice sketch pads, all that stuff. Okay, so now that we have that roughly colored in, we are going to take a little piece of paper towel, and all I'm going to do is fold this up, and I'm going to soak it with some of our alcohol. And then we're just going to dab. So we're literally going to take our alcohol-soaked paper towel and just dab it on the top. And we're going to get this really great finish that kind of matches our Doxicide bottle and the color of the metal on there a little bit closer. I think that's good. And if you get on the glass, don't worry about it. As soon as this dries, we're going to go back with a clean cloth with a little bit of alcohol, and we'll just wipe that right off. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good finish. So we'll go ahead and let this dry, and then we can clean up our glass. Okay, so it has dried, and as you can see, we got this really amazing faux finish on the cap that definitely ties in more closely with our Doxicide bottle. So now that lid doesn't stick out like a sore thumb, and now actually looks pretty and aged and matches everything else a little bit more. So now that we have this done to the lid, we're going to go ahead and finish our embellishing of the bottle with our stickers. So you might have noticed that we have a long skinny sticker, and we have our little front sticker. Now, obviously I went around the edge with a matching marker. Again, one of the markers out of that 18 pack I picked up at Five Below, it was a nice blue gray color and it matches perfectly, but a black would work as well. But we are going to use this long sticker to put along the outside and the top, so that it gives the illusion of the jar never being opened. So it would be like they picked it up at Cooking and Craft Chick Apothecary, and it was a fresh jar because it never been opened because it's got the little seal on it. So we're going to go ahead and add that on there. That was actually my sister's idea, so I thought that was brilliant and decided to go ahead and make the sticker up so we could do that. Okay, so I have peeled the backing paper off of our sticker paper here with our label. And we are going to make sure that the top says Doxy Eggs and that it's kind of centered. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so we're going to rub that down, and then I'm going to rub down the side of the lid, and then we're going to come down the side of the bottle. And we have the really great unopened detail. And now we can add our Doxy Eggs sticker, and it'll just kind of complete the look. For those of you that are new here, I provide all of the labels that are designed by me on my website for free. I just ask that you not sell any potions with my labels, since they are my labels, which you will notice on all of my labels somewhere it says C&C Apothecary, which is Cooking and Craft Chick Apothecary. You'll either find it written like this or in like a little watermarky looking thing, but all of my labels have it, and I appreciate that you don't sell my labels, since I do work hard on these to make sure that you guys have really cool potion labels for your bottles. Okay, I think that looks pretty straight, so we're going to go ahead and smooth it out. Okay, and that's cool because now we have our little seal as well as our label, and then the top has the Doxy Eggs logo on there. And as you can see, we have our little shaky eggs in here, and we have our seal as well as our label. And there you have it, our Doxy Eggs, which are a great companion piece to our Doxicide Potion. Again, these Doxy Eggs can be used as a potion ingredient, and they are poisonous if ingested, just like the Silica Beads inside can be poisonous if ingested by muggles or wizards alike. This will be a great addition to our potion and prop collection we've been making along the way, so if you guys like this video, give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and we will catch you guys later. Thanks so much.